Hey everyone! Welcome back to Speak Flow, where English flows naturally. I'm Sophie.
And I'm Jake. Hey, Sophie, can I share something personal?
Of course. What's on your mind?
So, I've been trying to learn Portuguese, right? And I don't have a teacher. I don't take classes. I'm doing it completely on my own. Apps, YouTube, podcasts, that kind of thing.
Oh, I didn't know that. How's it going?
Honestly, some days I feel like I'm making progress. Other days, I wonder if I'm doing it all wrong. Like, is this even working? Am I wasting my time?
That feeling is so common, and I bet a lot of our listeners feel the same way about English.
Right? Because not everyone has access to expensive courses or native speaker tutors. A lot of people are learning English alone, at home, on their phone, during their commute.
And the big question is, can you actually get fluent that way?
Exactly. Can you really learn a language by yourself?
Well, spoiler alert, yes, you absolutely can. And that's what we're talking about today.
How to study English alone and still improve fast.
We're going to share practical strategies, common mistakes to avoid, and how to stay motivated when you're learning by yourself.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first, let's address the big fear. A lot of people think that learning alone means learning slower or learning wrong.
Yeah, like without a teacher, how do you know if you're making mistakes?
It's a valid concern, but here's the truth. Millions of people have learned languages on their own. Before the internet, people used books and tapes. Now we have unlimited resources.
So what's the secret? What do successful self-learners do differently?
Great question. I think there are a few key principles.
Okay, let's hear them.
Principle number 1, input and output need to be balanced.
What do you mean by that?
So input is everything you receive. Listening, reading, watching videos. Output is everything you produce. Speaking, writing.
And most people studying alone focus way more on input.
Exactly. They watch Netflix, they listen to podcasts, they read articles, all input. And input is great. But if you never practice output, you'll understand English but struggle to speak it.
The classic I understand everything but I can't talk problem.
Exactly. So if you're studying alone, you need to create your own output opportunities.
Like what?
Talk to yourself. Narrate your day. Record yourself answering questions. Write a journal entry. Send voice messages to yourself. These sound silly, but they work.
Talk to yourself. We've mentioned that before. It really is powerful.
It is, because you're practicing retrieval. You're forcing your brain to find words and form sentences.
What's principle number 2?
Consistency beats intensity.
What do you mean?
A lot of people study English for 3 hours on Saturday and then nothing for the rest of the week. That's intensity. But studying 30 minutes every day, that's consistency. And consistency wins.
Because your brain needs regular contact with the language.
Right. It's better to study a little bit every day than a lot once a week. Your brain forgets things between sessions. Regular practice keeps everything fresh.
So even 15 minutes a day is better than 2 hours on Sunday?
Much better. 15 minutes every day is almost 2 hours a week, but sped out, so you retain more.
That's encouraging. Even busy people can find 15 minutes.
Exactly. On the bus, during lunch, before bed, little moments add up.
What's principle number 3?
Active learning beats passive learning.
Active versus passive. Explain that.
Passive learning is when you consume without engaging. You watch a video and just watch. You listen to a podcast and just listen. Your brain is receiving, but not working hard.
And active learning?
Active learning is when you engage. You watch a video and repeat sentences out loud. You listen to a podcast and pause to answer questions. You read an article and summarize it in your own words.
So it's about what you do with the content, not just the content itself.
Exactly. The same Netflix show can be passive or active depending on how you watch it.
How do you watch Netflix actively?
Watch with subtitles, English subtitles, not your native language. Pause when you hear a cool phrase and repeat it. Rewind confusing parts. Try to predict what characters will say. Even just that makes it active. I like that. Small changes, big difference. And here's the thing. You probably already know most of this. Practice speaking. Be consistent. Engage with content. None of this is new information. So why don't people do it? Because knowing what to do and actually doing it are different things. You need a system, a structure, something that tells you today, practice this, tomorrow, practice that.
And that's hard to create on your own.
It is, which is honestly why I created From Stuck to Fluent. It's 30 days of structured practice. Each day has specific exercises for input and output. You don't have to wonder, what should I study today? It's all laid out. Speaking practice, listening practice, real situations. And it comes with 500 everyday phrases organized by topic, so you always have material ready. QR codes on screen or check the pinned comment. Bonuses are limited time only.
Nice. Okay, let's talk about specific strategies. What should someone studying alone actually do each day?
Great question. Let me give you a simple daily routine that works.
I'm taking notes.
Step 1. Start with input. 10 to 15 minutes of listening or reading. A podcast episode, a YouTube video, an article, something you enjoy.
Enjoying it is important.
So important. If you're bored, you won't stick with it. Find content about topics you actually care about.
Makes sense. What's step 2?
Step 2. Active practice with that input. Repeat sentences you heard, summarize what you read, write down 3 new words or phrases. This takes 5 to 10 minutes.
So you're not just consuming, you're processing.
Exactly. Step 3. Output practice. 5 to 10 minutes of speaking or writing. Answer a question out loud. Describe your day. Write a few sentences about a topic.
Even without someone to talk to?
Even without someone. You can talk to yourself, record voice memos, use language exchange apps. There are options.
What about step 4?
Step 4 is optional but powerful. Review. Spend a few minutes reviewing vocabulary or phrases from previous days. Repetition is how things move from short-term to long-term memory.
So the whole routine is maybe 30 to 40 minutes?
Or even less. You can do a shorter version in 15 to 20 minutes. The key is doing it regularly.
Let's talk about mistakes. What do people do wrong when studying alone?
Oh, there are some common traps. Mistake number 1, only studying grammar.
Why is that a problem?
Because grammar without practice is useless. You might know the rule for present perfect, but can you use it naturally in conversation? Grammar is a tool, not the goal.
So don't spend hours on grammar exercises.
Not hours. Learn the basics, then practice using them. That's how grammar becomes automatic.
What's mistake number 2?
Never hearing yourself speak.
Oh, you mean not recording yourself?
Right. A lot of people never hear their own English, but recording yourself is so valuable. You notice mistakes you didn't know you were making. You hear your progress over time.
I hate hearing my own voice though.
Everyone does it first, but you get used to it. And it's one of the best feedback tools when you don't have a teacher.
Okay, I'll try it. What's mistake number 3?
Perfectionism.
Waiting until you're perfect to speak.
Exactly. Some people won't speak until they feel ready. But guess what? You'll never feel ready. You become ready by speaking, not before.
You have to make mistakes to improve.
Right. Mistakes are not failure. They're feedback. Every mistake teaches you something.
I like that. What about mistake number 4?
Not having fun.
Learning should be fun?
It should be enjoyable, at least. If you hate every minute, you'll quit. Find content you love. Talk about topics that interest you. Make it a part of your life, not a chore.
That connects to what you said about input. Choose stuff you actually enjoy.
Exactly. If you love cooking, watch cooking videos in English. If you love sports, follow English sports podcasts. If you love gossip, watch celebrity interviews.
No judgment on content choice.
None. Whatever keeps you engaged.
Let's talk about motivation, because studying alone can feel lonely.
It can. And motivation goes up and down. That's normal.
How do you stay motivated when there's no teacher checking on you?
A few strategies. First, set small, specific goals. Not become fluent, but learn 10 new phrases this week. Or have a 5-minute conversation about my job.
Small goals feel achievable.
And you can celebrate when you reach them. Second, track your progress. Keep a journal, use an app, record videos of yourself every month. When motivation is low, look back and see how far you've come.
Visual proof of progress.
Exactly. Third, find a community. Even if you're studying alone, you don't have to be alone. Join online groups, comment on videos, find a language partner.
We have a community right here in the comments.
We do, and we read every comment. It's a real community of learners supporting each other.
What about when you have those days where you just don't want to study?
Those days happen, and here's my advice. Do something tiny. On low motivation days, your goal isn't to study for an hour. It's to keep the habit alive.
So even just 5 minutes counts?
Absolutely. Watch one short video. Review 5 words. Say 3 sentences out loud. Done. You maintained the habit. Tomorrow, you might feel more energetic.
The worst thing is breaking the streak completely.
Right. 0 days are dangerous. 1 minute is better than 0.
Let's do some practical practice. You mentioned answering questions out loud. Let's demonstrate.
Love it. I'll ask a question and let's both answer naturally.
Perfect.
How do you usually practice English?
I usually practice by listening to podcasts, like this one. I also try to talk to myself in English when I'm alone, which feels weird, but it helps. And I watch a lot of YouTube videos in English.
Great answer. My turn. I practice by reading articles and then summarizing them out loud. I also write a short journal entry almost every day, just 3 or 4 sentences about my day. And I try to think in English during everyday moments.
See? Those are real answers about our real habits.
And listeners can practice the same way. Pause the episode and answer, how do you usually practice English?
Say it out loud. Don't just think it.
Let's try one more. What's your biggest challenge when learning English?
Ooh, good question. For me, it's consistency. I go through phases where I study a lot, then I get busy and stop. Starting again is always hard.
For me, it's speaking confidence. I know vocabulary and grammar, but I sometimes hesitate because I'm afraid of making mistakes.
Both very common challenges.
And yours, listening right now? What's your biggest challenge? Pause and answer out loud.
Let's do a longer shadowing practice. Keep up with me.
Studying alone can be challenging, but it's absolutely possible to improve.
Studying alone can be challenging, but it's absolutely possible to improve.
Good. The key is consistency. A little bit every day is better than a lot once a week.
The key is consistency. A little bit every day is better than a lot once a week.
Now longer. I try to practice English every day, even if it's just for 15 minutes, because I know that regular practice is more effective than occasional long sessions.
I try to practice English every day, even if it's just for 15 minutes, because I know that regular practice is more effective than occasional long sessions.
That's a mouthful, but also a useful sentence to express your study habits.
Let's do a quick review of the main points.
Principle 1. Balance input and output. Don't just consume. Practice producing English too.
Principle 2. Consistency beats intensity. Small daily practice is better than big occasional sessions.
Principle 3. Active learning beats passive learning. Engage with content. Don't just absorb it.
Common mistakes to avoid. Too much grammar, never recording yourself, perfectionism, and not having fun.
Daily routine. Input, active practice, output, and review. Even 20 minutes works.
And for motivation, small goals, track progress, find community, and keep the habit alive even on hard days.
You don't need expensive courses or native speaker tutors. You need a plan, consistency, and the belief that you can do this.
Because you can.
All right, everyone, that's our episode on studying English alone.
If you're still here, thank you so much. This one felt important to share.
And if it resonated with you, please hit subscribe. It helps us reach more self-learners who need this message.
Give us a like too. It really helps the algorithm show this to more people.
And share it with anyone studying alone. They need to know it's possible.
Okay, Sophie, challenge time.
Yes, here's your challenge. In the comments, share one thing you're going to try this week. Just one small change to your study routine.
Maybe it's I'll record myself speaking for 2 minutes. Or I'll watch one video with English subtitles. Or I'll practice output every day, even just for 5 minutes.
Small, specific, doable. Write it down as a commitment.
We'll cheer you on in the comments.
We really will. Your progress matters to us.
All right, everyone. Thank you for being here.
Keep studying, keep believing, and remember, learning alone doesn't mean you're alone.
We're right here with you.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.